Red Hyena Production presents the Jagi-coon safety video talking about the storm, not the cat. Hello. Hi. Today it is summer 50, which is one that's the main reason we have tornadoes, because of cool and warm moist air mixing together. Alright. We're going to answer some questions after we discussed our safety topics. Don't worry, we're not going to talk about a home preparedness plan because there's so many of those. We just got to actually tackle the safety of tornadoes rather than the safety preparedness plan. Because if you're just going to talk about the same thing every video, just make one plan video, then talk about the actual storms themselves. Thank you. First thing you need to understand, the difference between a watch and a warning. A tornado watch is issued when conditions are favorable for the development of tornadoes. Tornado warning is issued when there is a high potential for severe weather or tornadoes. Second thing you have to know is how to prepare for just a severe thunderstorm. All tornadoes form from some kind of thunderstorm, mostly severe. Correct. A severe thunderstorm is a warning issued when a storm produces strong wind in excess of 60 miles an hour, hail larger than penny size, or is producing numerous clouded ground lightning bolts. A severe thunderstorm watch means that some conditions are favorable for severe thunderstorms. More favorable than tornadoes. But a severe thunderstorm warning means that a storm has been detected on radar or is currently moving over an area. Another thing you should know about before we talk about tornadoes is how tornadoes form. There are many theories, but the most popular is that a rising updraft caused by cold and warm air masses colliding with each other forms together and creates a swirling draft together, which we call the tornado. A tornado is not considered a tornado until it's touching the ground. If it is in the air, it's considered a vortex or a funnel cloud, and is considered harmless. Right. Many times, when a tornado warning is issued, there's not a tornado, but a funnel cloud or vortex moving through the area, and it does not touch the ground. It produces no harm unless it's touching the ground. Tornadoes is how tornadoes form. There are many theories, but the most popular is that a rising updraft caused by cold and warm air masses colliding with each other forms together and creates a swirling draft together, which we call the tornado. A tornado is not considered a tornado until it's touching the ground. If it is in the air, it's considered a vortex or a funnel cloud, and is considered harmless. Right. Many times, when a tornado warning is issued, there's not a tornado, but a funnel cloud or vortex moving through the area, and it does not touch the ground. It produces no harm unless it's touching the ground. Tornadoes is how tornadoes form. There are many theories, but the most popular is that a rising updraft caused by cold and warm air masses colliding with each other forms together and creates a swirling draft together, which we call the tornado. A tornado is not considered a tornado until it's touching the ground. If it is in the air, it's considered a vortex or a funnel cloud, and is considered harmless. Right. Many times, when a tornado warning is issued, there's not a tornado, but a funnel cloud or vortex moving through the area, and it does not touch the ground. It produces no harm unless it's touching the ground. It's still very unknown what causes tornadoes, but that is one of the most widely accepted theories. Another thing you should know about tornadoes before we can go on to the safety is what happens during a tornado. Tornadoes cause massive wind damage that pick up and throw things and objects around. They don't rely on pressure, which we'll get to later during our myth-busting session. Most tornadoes are formed in the plain states, such as Illinois, Oklahoma, Iowa, places like that, where there is warm from the Gulf of Mexico, rising up towards the middle state, and there's cold air from Canada sinking down into those areas. They form together and create severe thunderstorms, which occasionally gain some more power and become tornadoes. The chances of this happening are actually higher than you winning a lottery, and that's depending on where you live. Correct. It's a good idea for all states that are prone to tornadoes. Check weather.com or any other tornado sites such as FEMA for information on which states are prone to tornadoes. We're going to use Missouri, or not. We're going to use Missouri or Illinois, for example. Right. Alrighty then, we're just about ready to get into the warning phases, but one more piece of information. What? There are many warning signs of a tornado that doesn't include the Weather Channel or any other national alert system. Signs of a tornado include a sky turning unusually green. For any reason, the rain suddenly stopping, and everything goes silent, and the wind calming down. That's usually the sign of a tornado. What that is, it's a hook echo, which is when winds wrap around the center, create a vortex which sucks up rain and pulls wind away from the storm rather than in it. If you feel a sudden moment of silence, go in your basement immediately and do not come out until the all clear is given. Most likely a tornado warning will be issued within the next few moments. Listen for any unusual sounds, such as sudden silence after a crack of thunder. Listen for any noise that is unusually loud and sounds like a roaring of a freight train, a million angry bees, or sometimes even the whistling of a tea kettle. Tornadoes don't always sound like freight trains. That's a common misconception. Most tornadoes do, but there have been many reports of them not sounding like tornadoes and sounding like a swarm of bees, or even just a really powerful wind. Now, what to do during a warning? Let's say you're sitting at home, when all of a sudden you hear a loud beep, and then you know something is issued. The warning is issued that states a tornado warning has been issued for our area. And that means if a tornado warning is issued for your area, get down to the basement immediately. Going to the basement is one of the safest places to be during a tornado. However, the basement is not always available. For places that don't have basements, you get under a dirty piece of furniture, and you stay there until the all clear is given. Preferably in the center of a room. Go to the centermost room, such as a bathroom or a closet. Get under a sturdy piece of furniture and cover your head with a pillow or blanket to protect your head from flying debris. Make sure you have a home preparedness kit ready in case of a disaster. The kit you can find all the supplies you need for the kit on any professional website, such as FEMA or weather.com. Remember, if you're caught outside during a tornado, when a tornado warning is issued, head for the nearest shelter if you can. If you cannot get to it, if no shelter is really available, you should lie flat in the nearest ditch. If you can see the tornado with your car, and you have time to get out of its path, Do so and head for a building, not away from the tornado. Tornadoes have been known to switch paths suddenly. So never use your car and to never stay in your car if the tornado is too close. Try your best to judge and learn how to judge. If the tornado is too close, get out of your car and head for a ditch or building. You're going to have to abandon all mobile homes. A tornado can pick those up easily and crush them in its own winds. Right. A lot of this stuff is issued and said during the warning, but still not many people take heed. The tornado can move up to 60 miles an hour or even 80 depending on how strong they are. You have to, if you're caught outside, listen for any warning signs, such as outdoor warning sirens, sudden silence, or any other reasons, or your cell phone for any of the notifications of severe weather. Always have a weather radio on handy if you're planning on doing outdoor activities on a day of potential bad weather. Right. Even if there's a 30% chance of storms, there's still a chance of lightning. You should always have a weather radio ready. So that way, in case of any chance, you can sense it. A common choice that is great for listening in would be your own home. If you know there's a chance there's going to be a storm, stay in your own home and do not come out until the storm hits past. But we don't need more tornado fatalities. We're going to be getting... Now let's go into the misconception. You mean misconception? Right. Tornado myth. Myth number 1. Opening windows during a tornado helps to equalize the pressure and thus preventing much damage. False. Opening the windows takes precious time that you could be using to get to your basement, rather than opening all the windows in your house to prevent damage. In fact, this actually will make the damage worse because you're letting the damaging wind in to pick up debris within your own house and throw it at you, rather than you going downstairs. Myth number 2. Tornadoes don't cross over rivers and lakes. Busted. Tornadoes have been known to cross over rivers and lakes, but weaken significantly, and then come back and pick up strength on land. When a tornado is over water, it is called a waterspout, and they do cross over water to get to the other side. Myth number 3. Tornadoes often avoid large cities. False. Tornadoes don't have any preference on where they hit, they just hit where it's most favorable. Atlanta, Georgia, Oklahoma City, and even Dallas, Texas have all been devastated by tornadoes in recent years. Oklahoma City is the most prone big city to tornadoes. And Chicago, Illinois, has 10 places in the big city most likely to be hit by a tornado. Right. Tornadoes don't discriminate. Myth number 4. If I'm in my car and the tornado is heading away from me, I should just drive away from it. Well, again, if you're in your car and the tornado is heading away from you, so take advantage of that and head right into your shelter. Run. Many tornadoes do switch paths and change directions quickly. Myth number 5. Take shelter in the westernmost part of your house. This is completely false. Most storms come from the west, so taking shelter in your westernmost part of your home is the most dangerous place it can be, due to the fact that many storms are coming from the west rather than east. Eastern part will have most of the storm debris blown on top of it, creating yourself a little shelter rather than having it all collapse on you and drift away. Right. Well, that's one of the myths I can think of. Me too. If you have any more, please comment. We'll try to bust them and find out the truth. Thank you. Fun fact. Not so fun depending on how you look at it. The tri-state tornado may have been the only recorded EF6 tornado. with winds in excess of 300 miles an hour and being over 2 miles wide. This twister was reported as being a giant moving wall. It started in Missouri and went into Illinois and then Indiana, and it lasted for 3.5 hours. This is the most devastating tornado in U.S. history. They easily destroying several towns along the way and killing 653 people. Wow. Exactly. Notable tornado sites here. We had 2 severe outbreaks lately. The jumbo outbreak and then the super outbreak. Each one of those storms produced a mass of over 100 tornadoes within 24 hours. Any outbreak like this is really rare, and it can happen once every couple hundred years, supposedly. They happen when excessively moist air from unusually strong El Nino or La Nina creates massive wind. Super outbreaks often occur after La Nina. During the next week, I'll be toning it down a little bit for severe thunderstorms and lightning safety tips. That's all we have for today, folks. Bye. Bye.